Heat in my vein like vernacular. Cook up the beat with a spatula. Y'all are not ready for action. I'm smoking these rappers and feeling spectacular. Making a killing like massacre. Watch out, I'm whipping my wrist. Right on my city, been pissed, but I show
What's up, everybody? What up? Got Zach, Caesar. We are headed to Jacksonville, or we are in Jacksonville. We just got here. And we're gonna pre-fish today.
Yes, sir.
Tournament tomorrow. We getting a little bit of a late start today because we had a little bit of an adventure.
We had a few technical difficulties this morning.
Kind of like always. We always have something. It's always an adventure.
That's what happens when you drive a 16-year-old vehicle with 170,000 miles. But she's still hanging in there.
She gets us there. But she gave us a little scare today, and we had to pick up a battery for the new iPilot.
Oh yeah.
That we're gonna be working on playing with today.
Debut that spot lock.
Yes. Whole new fishing experience for us today.
We're heading out to what is it?
Palms Fish Restaurant Camp.
That's where the tournament. I guess the weigh-in. I think the captain's meeting too. But our goal, hopefully, we want to get top 20. If we can make top 20, we get to go to Louisiana for the championship. So that's the goal. I mean, obviously the goal would be to win, but top 20 is the bare minimum that we want to accomplish here in Jacksonville. We got our game plan together. We were hanging out last night. We installed the new trolling motor. Did a couple other things. We did some PowerPole maintenance, which we could probably do a how-to video on that one day. But like we said, guys, we're coming out here to Jacksonville for the PowerPole Pro Redfish Series 2021. This is actually the second open. You guys probably saw the first video, Steam Hatching. Didn't go as well as we would have liked. We're hoping that we have a little bit better result at this event.
The weather is actually way nicer, so we're not gonna be freezing.
My teeth aren't chattering.
Yeah. Sun's out.
6 layers on.
There's not many clouds in the sky. The sun's out, so that's way different already. I already feel better about it. So
yeah, I'm excited. We're gonna get out there, do some exploring today. Neither of us have ever fished in Jacksonville, so today is just kind of a fun day. We're gonna go explore, and we kind of, like I said, we made a game plan last night, but we're gonna kind of go and see how that's gonna play out tomorrow, and see what these tides are gonna do. I heard they're pretty crazy out here, so wish us luck, guys.
All right, we're almost at the ramp, so we're gonna sign off here and start getting ready, and we'll see you on the water.
Let's go.
My life in danger, I just morph into a Power Ranger. As of now, I've been cool. Life's been kinda crazy lately, I keep pushing through. Sometimes I get lazy and can cop an attitude, but I always keep it moving. God won't even let me choose, let alone let me lose. I've been grinding like this since I was 5. On the TV, big auditions, photo shoots on the side, just to compliment my worth ethic and show my mama my drive. Told her this must be the reason I'm alive. I was like, Mom, check me out, like rolling up my woes, blowing nose. My homie got some hoes. He asked me what I like. I said I'm coolin', bro, you know for sure. My energy is always at the level that it needs to be. I'm not your enemy, I just been sipping on some Hennessy. That's why I seem so off the top. I'm going through some culture shock, but trust I'm here to bust some mic. Ain't stopping till they call the cops. Just shut me down, we too lit. Look at my crew spit. My voice gon' change my generation like fuck it, the shoe fit.
Fished all day Friday and really did not do well. We were getting a little nervous about it. We were like, okay, maybe we're not gonna make the championship run. Like, this is kind of a tough area. And I mean, we covered a lot of water. We went up in creeks and got out into the river. I mean, we were all over the place.
It looked super fishy.
Looked awesome.
It looked amazing. Like, we should have been catching fish all day, but just wrong area. We found that out. But
yeah,
that's what we pre-fished for.
Exactly. So we went to the captain's meeting, and luckily we ran into a buddy of mine, Frank Risk, and his wife. They fish these tournaments all the time. They live up in Jacksonville, and we were talking to him about where we fished, and he gave us a couple pointers, which ended up being a game changer. I mean, we took everything he said and we trusted him on his word, and he came through for us because he gave us not only areas, but gave us some tips on, you know, kind of feeding times and how the fish react, and it helped us out a ton. So thank you, Frank. You guys are awesome. I'll see you guys in Louisiana for sure. I know you guys made it. You guys did really well in the tournament too. Congrats. Actually, we had some pretty good luck on Friday night too in the raffle. This guy over here.
Woo-woo. Yes, we always like to enter the raffles just because we're not gonna win the fishing tournament or something. At least we could win some prizes or something. But
right.
now we both entered. We got 5 tickets each. Zach ended up putting a couple of the Thrasher and toppers in for the raffle, and he won one.
Of course.
They were nice enough to trade him for something else, so they gave him a net instead, which was good. I put in 5 tickets as well. I wanted the push pole they had up, and boom, won it. Super stoked for that. So we fished the tournament with 2 push poles on the boat, which is pretty funny. But
we were telling guys that we were skiing with them, like out there, just trying to push on boats.
There was nowhere else to put it, so we just tied it to the other push pole and just dealt with it. But it didn't get in the way or anything, so it was cool. But I got a brand new push pole. Love it.
Yeah. So I mean, we were going into this tournament on Saturday thinking, shit, win or lose, we're coming out on top. We got $400 push pole and a nice brand new net. Like either way, I think we go into every tournament. We go to fish to have fun, and we enjoy the competitiveness of the tournament. But no matter what, at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is that we're out there having a good time, and you know, we're doing what we love. It just happens to be competing with a bunch of other guys that are doing what they love.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can come out on top.
Some of those guys fish a lot more than we do, so
yeah.
You know, and bigger boats, way better equipment. I mean, they're sponsored by everybody and everybody, so you know, they have all the bells and whistles on their stuff. We have a small little boat, you know, little engine that could or whatever.
She gets the job done.
But she gets the job done. We get skinny water, and you know, we're dealing with with actual pros, and like you said, we go there to have fun, but you know, we're also competitive, so we love to win first prize or just get in the money, which
we fish our butts off. I mean, all day. It's nonstop. It's power fishing. It's like it doesn't matter what's happening. One of us has a line in the water. I mean, constantly. Even if you think there's no chance, it doesn't matter. We're just kind of a statistical advantage. The more casts you take, the more chances you have. So we try to cast all day long. Like he said, one of the advantages we have with our smaller skiff is, I mean, we saw this firsthand in this tournament, because some of these bigger boats with these 300s or whatever, these crazy racing motors with the towers and all, those guys are drafting a lot more than we do, and they had to wait for the tide to change in this to flood these creeks to push in, where we had no problem. We were going right over oyster bars. I mean, it got a little sketchy a few times, but for the most part, we were able to push up a lot further than some of the competitors were able to. And I think that was really the recipe for success for us. I mean, for sure. We found that school of monsters, unfortunately. We'll get to that, but man, it was just a beautiful fishery. I mean, just surrounded by marsh and like creeks, and there's almost like infinite areas that you can fish. It just seems like every turn, and they all look very similar, and they all look really good for fishing. I mean, it's hard to narrow it down. Everything looks so good. It's like, do you want to go right or left?
Out of like, I don't know, hundreds or thousands of casts we took, I don't think there was one cast that I was like, no, that's not a good area. Like, every cast just looks money. Like, you're just wherever you throw, just like there's a fish there.
You're just waiting for that dump.
You're just waiting for it, you know, and learning the feeding times that, you know, there. And, you know, since we've never fished these areas before, we're learning. So, you know, next time we're gonna come around, we'll know where to go, we'll know what to do, and things like that. So hopefully we'll finish off this year, see how we do in the championship, and then next year or whenever we'll see
come back strong.
We'll already know some more areas, Steenhatchee, Jacksonville, things like that. So
yeah, because a lot of these tournaments we're fishing these places for the first time, so we're not familiar with the area, we're not familiar with how the fish react. We're kind of just going based on not only our area, but what we've learned from other captains, what we've read about redfish and their habits and things like that. And it takes a lot of teamwork, it takes a lot of prep, and I mean, we're on Google Earth the night before and we're discussing, we have a game plan. We usually rarely stick to it, but we make a good game plan.
Once we get out there and we start seeing like things, we're like, oh, that looks better over there. Like once you start seeing it, like actually you're there live, not just Google Earth or whatever. It's just like, oh, that looks better, that looks money, there's fish there, it looks like it, you know, like. But you know, that's why we go and pre-fish, and we're learning. So
exactly, and I feel like we're improving on every tournament we've entered. We've gotten a little better
for sure.
Another thing that we kind of figured out throughout the day was that some of our normal tactics were just not functional in this type of fishery, because there's so much structure and so many oyster bars and things like that. So we were trying to use different presentations for these soft plastics and things like that, and you just have to find something that's going to work in the water column that's not going to be hitting the bottom and catching oysters. It's not going to be on the top, because we really didn't see any fish feeding on the top. So we had to find that like sweet spot, and once we did, that's when we started keying in on them, and we figured out that they were kind of pushed up in the grass a little bit, but not, you know, all the way up in the thickness. It was kind of in the broken areas, and once we kind of targeted the presentation, we figured out the lure, we finally kind of saw how these fish were reacting, and we started off, Caesar got a couple smaller reds early on, but I mean, pretty fish. I mean, bright blue tail.
Second little baby redfish. Need to get a lot bigger, but man, look at that pretty tail. Look at that blue tail. Pretty fish.
Those are the first two we saw, from pre-fishing and tournament day.
Yeah, those are the first two redfish we put in the boat.
Yeah, those are the first two, so that kind of broke the ice a little bit.
That helped a lot. That helped the morale.
Yeah, for sure. We're like, oh my god, they are here. Like, we can't catch them. So
they won't let us drink beer in the tournament, so we have to go off pure adrenaline when we catch a redfish.
We work off beer, it fuels us. So
normally.
But yeah, it was good. Once we got back in the creeks, and like I said, we tried a lot of different presentations. Finally found what worked, and got way back in the creeks. Other boats started heading out as the tide was getting close to pushing out. We
just kept
stuck it out and kept pushing as far back as we could till we got to a dead end, and that's when we said, yeah, let's start heading back. The tide's about to go. So,
and it was rewarded. Like I said, once we figured out the lure and the presentation, I mean, it wasn't long after. I mean, I think I stuck like a nice trout. I was like, okay, I wasn't getting hung up. I got a nice trout. That's an improvement. And it wasn't within maybe half an hour later, we slapped our first red, which actually ended up being our heaviest fish of the tournament. He was 6.7 pounds, but man, we were like shaking. My hands were shaking. We were high-fiving. I mean, it was when we stuck that guy. I mean, we were careful. Didn't horse him. Got him in the boat. As soon as he came over the side of the boat, we were elated. I mean, we were freaking out because we knew this isn't great fish. I mean, we talked to the guys in the area. 6.7. That's up there. Like we're in contention. We just need another fish to measure. So
especially for the first fish on the boat,
we were like fired up.
Let's go.
Hooked. That is what I'm talking about.
Woo! Woo! Like,
oh man,
we're in it. Like, we just need one more. That we have something to weigh in.
Everything. That changed the whole day. I mean, from that point forward, I mean, it like revives you.
Yeah.
If you're getting tired or anything, it's like, bam, you got a nice fish in the live well. Okay, it's on. Let's get a second one. Let's get in there, then go in there confident. And that's what we did. We just kept fishing and pounding. And it honestly wasn't until the tide changed, and we're kind of going out with the tide. We were slowly drifting. I was using the trolling motor to kind of keep us off the bars as we're drifting along, and I saw something move in the distance. And I said something to Caesar. He was grabbing something out of the cooler. I was like, man, I think I saw something over on that bank. And a couple seconds later, wham! The cooler lid slammed, and I see this squirrel redfish
I think he said that. I think he said I see something, and I'm like in the cooler, and I turn around and just let the lid go, and I was like, boom. He's like, whoa, there they are, and just see like about 15 huge heads, just
massive, just
moving out,
bulldozing around. We PowerPole down, kind of gave the fish a minute. We saw they didn't really spook with the current. They kind of spooked back into this little cut. And we saw that like eventually they're gonna have to come back out or be in it. So we let them calm down. We kind of like both of us had to calm down a little bit too. And we're like, okay, this is it. This is Caesar's like, this is our tournament to lose. We were all fired up. You know, like we thought for sure we were gonna get our nice second fish. So we let him calm down a little bit. I was casting. He was he ended up, of course, at the most inopportune time gets a win knife.
No, I got caught up in an oyster.
Oh, that's what it was.
I got caught up and broken off in an oyster
That's
bar.
right,
It hadn't happened all day. Out of everything we've been, we pulled oysters off, but as soon as we're on a school of fish, like my first cast, I go over an oyster bed and I get caught up, couldn't get it off, broke off, the line went everywhere, it was a huge mess. And I just said, yeah, it was windy, the line went everywhere, and I told Zach, I was like, all right, I'll pay attention to you, and I'll take care of whatever you need done so you can keep fishing, because I was out of commission. So,
and I was up on the platform kind of with the trolling motor, and we were PowerPole down at this time, but I had a better perspective and could see where the fish were kind of settling down and working, and they started making a push coming back out from this little area that they kind of spooked into, and they started pushing out. I was able to get it out in front of them and just kind of like barely twitch. I mean, it was maybe 15 feet from the boat. And I'm just trying to be quiet, trying to make little gentle movements. And you can see these monsters in there moving around, and a lot of them looked huge. One of them, you just see that mouth open up and just inhaled it. And I was like, oh, you just ate.
I was trying to take care of stuff around the boat, and I hear, he ate, I saw me. He got all excited, so I get all excited.
Sight fishing is awesome.
Oh man. So, school redfish here. I accidentally, oh my god. Yeah. I accidentally scared a fish, closing the cooler. Oh, this is perfect. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, we're gonna stay here so we're not biting. So we're good. I've never seen this. But the excitement is Come here, you. Yo, get down here, man. Get down here. Fucking give me a hug. Holy shit, please be on there. Please be on there. Oh my god. Look how fat he is.
Yeah, that was the second fish for us, and we were thinking he was gonna be perfect.
And we're fighting, we get him all the way up to the boat, and Caesar nets him, we pull him on the boat, and I'm just saying, please let this thing be 27, and it was just so fat. I mean, you could see it in the video where his hands on the side of him, just his gut was redfish. We knew this was gonna be, a big tournament fish, and we slap him on the board, and he's like, 27 3/4. Maybe we could push him to 27.5, but either way, he was over, and we were just like heartbroken. Because this fish, if he was 27 and that fat, we would have been probably top 3, top 4 without even a doubt, with the 6.7 with him. That was the definition of a heartbreaker. It was brutal. It was brutal putting him back in. I didn't even take a picture with him. We put him back in, revived him, let him swim on his way, and then got the line back in the water and started fishing our asses off, trying to see if we can get another one out of the school. And actually in the same area we were PowerPole down, still trying to get some of these redfish off the school, I ended up catching another one. He was like mid-20s, 22, 23.
Yeah, he was smaller. He was a
Yeah.
little smaller than that first one we got,
but it's a second fish away.
it was legal. He was legal, and he was something away, so we kept him, hopefully to upgrade. But
Yeah, we worked pretty hard trying to upgrade him, but we basically fished the whole outgoing tide all the way back to the main channel, and really hadn't seen much else. We saw a lot of bait, but we didn't really get into anything else after that.
No, that was it. No bites, no nothing after that little one. We lost at school, which was
That was
just sad because I thought we were just gonna stay on him, but we were pretty excited, so we might have made a little
I think we got a little too
noise.
excited.
Like, yeah, I mean,
We thought that fish was gonna measure. That was a rookie mistake. Like I said, we're learning, we're getting better. I think we need to
it was exciting. I don't know.
calm it down a little.
Yeah, we definitely got to calm it down a little bit for next time. We learned. It was just that like 5-10 minute
So excited.
period of chaos and excitement, adrenaline. I mean, I was shaking probably like an hour after that. I was so excited and just hoping to run into the school again on the way out of the creeks and just slam them again, upgrade the fish, and go in there and place.
Maybe this will be good enough to get top 20. We didn't care if it was top 20, just 20th would have been fine. But we ended up going back to the ramp, and we actually had we were in first place for a little bit.
Yeah, we were probably like the second boat to weigh in or something like that, and we had biggest fish.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we had biggest
We
fish.
had biggest fish for a minute.
Yeah,
Probably until like the next person came in, but at 670 was biggest fish for a little bit, so that was cool.
That's it. Woo, got on him today, boys. What's up?
But some guys ended up bringing in some monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, like an 8.7 pounder. I mean, we didn't have a chance to win anything. We were 0.54 ounces away from money. That would have been nice, but we did, however, reach our goal of being top 20. We got what place? You can tell the people.
We got 14th place.
Yes, sir.
2 spots away from the money.
Yes, sir.
And I looked at the standings, all 62 boats. I think 31 more, or 30 or 31, 32 boats, something like that, didn't catch or weigh in anything. So that was pretty awesome. If you see all these boats, all these big companies, Yamaha, PowerPole, like all these people that fish these tournaments and have been in this area, way more experiences than us, bigger boats, things like
Faster,
that,
bigger,
didn't even
more
weigh in a
expensive.
fish. So I felt great about that. And
I was happy with our performance, man.
we didn't win this one, but we're saving it for championship.
You're damn right.
We're gonna place. We're gonna get some money there. Maybe a boat. Ooh, or we're gonna take that boat. All in all, good times, man.
Awesome
So-
day, awesome fishery. I mean, it was just really cool. We saw a bald eagle. I mean, we saw all kinds of wildlife, and it was cool, man.
Hookerbooker.com coming to you soon.
Yeah, this is. I guess we should talk about this. Yeah, Hooker Booker. It's a new website that's gonna be coming out, guys. I know a lot of people out there. I don't know if a lot of captains watch our channel yet, but I know there's a lot of local guides and things that are looking for new ways to advertise or to get your name out there for if you're maybe a new charter or even an old charter captain that's just looking for a new outlet. This can be a great opportunity for you.
Or
guys.
if you're somebody that's coming to visit the area or
There you
live
go.
here and want to charter a boat,
Yep.
thehookerbooker.com is a place to go, and you can find a charter captain that's right for you. Search the areas you want to fish, the type of fish you want to do, and book with your captain from there and take care of everything. Just show up, go fishing, keep an eye out for it.
It's gonna make it so easy for people traveling, man. You don't have to Google, and I mean, you know, some of these guys' websites are a little subpar and stuff, and it could be a great captain. But,
yeah. It'll be a one-stop shop for fishing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hoping to put, you know, I think they're gonna put information, area fishing, different things, like depending on what you want to do. And not only fishing charters, but other kinds of charters, something out in the water, whatever you want to do. So keep an eye out if you're interested in water sports and fishing and all that stuff. Go give them a shot or be up and then come out yourself.
We'll sling a link down in the description. It might not be live yet, but we'll have the link there. So if you're watching this video and it's after, what, May 1st?
Yeah, launch date will be May 1st. But
So after May 1st, there'll be a link down in the description. You'll be able to check it out. All right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, please. We appreciate every single follower. We're just starting out, so we appreciate the support. So far, everybody's been really cool. We hope to make some new videos soon. We're gonna try to be putting out more content. That's our goal, of course.
slowly but surely, we will get more content out there.
We will see you guys in Louisiana for the Pro Redfish Series Championship. We're hoping to improve once again in our place and hopefully make a name for ourselves in the series and the season strong. That's our goal. So I'm looking forward to all the fishing, all the competition. Either way, it's gonna be awesome. But you guys know what the deal is. Tight lines,
Cold beers,
clean waterways. Thanks for watching, guys.
signing off.